Diana Taurasi's name has become synonymous with women's basketball, yet her story is far bigger than a collection of trophies. She elevated the sport to new heights by delivering jaw-dropping performances at every level, overshadowing countless foes with a fearless spirit and unrivaled skill. Fans call her the greatest of all time, and her bold presence on the court backs up those lofty claims. But more than her remarkable highlight reels, it's her fiery, magnetic character that has sparked endless debate. Even from an early age, she seemed destined to reshape the game in ways no one had anticipated. Growing up in Southern California, she showed hints of greatness before she even stepped into high school competition. Coaches noted her unshakable focus, while family and friends witnessed an uncanny hunger for victory that bordered on obsession. That determination drove her to train longer, run faster, and push further than everyone else around her. People quickly realized they were witnessing a rare talent who refused to accept any limit. But that was only the beginning of something much bigger, because once she hit the college stage, her journey took a drastic leap forward. At the University of Connecticut, she experienced the perfect blend of rigorous coaching and spotlight attention. 3 straight national championships did more than secure her place in collegiate history. They transformed the entire conversation about women's basketball. Fans who barely followed the sport suddenly tuned in, intrigued by her passion and fearless style. She became a household name on campus, and everyone knew she was destined for more than just short-lived glory. No one could have guessed what awaited her in the professional world, especially when she joined the WNBA's Phoenix Mercury. The professional stage welcomed her with open arms, but it also demanded the utmost consistency. Critics questioned whether her college dominance would carry over, yet she silenced every doubt by becoming the league's leading scorer multiple times, capturing 3 WNBA championships and redefining the Phoenix Mercury franchise. Beyond the stats, her intense presence on the court turned heads. Teammates thrived off her trash talk and relentless energy, while opponents learned to brace themselves whenever she set foot in the paint. Yet, some of her most significant moments happened far from home, in arenas where few American fans ever saw her compete. Across the Atlantic, her name sparked just as much respect as it did in the United States. EuroLeague teams lined up for a chance to secure her talents, knowing she was as clutch overseas as she was on home soil. Her success in various countries boosted her reputation as a global phenomenon, establishing her as a versatile athlete who could adapt to different playing styles and pressure cooker environments. She earned multiple titles abroad and expanded her skill set against fierce international competition. But with massive success came bigger rumors and controversies, which trailed her for years and kept her in the headlines. Some questioned her physical style of play, accusing her of crossing the line from competitive to unsportsmanlike. Others pointed to momentary disputes about doping tests in 2010, which were eventually resolved in her favor. Fans debated whether her unfiltered trash talk served as a genuine spark for her team or a disrespectful tactic that belittled her rivals. Despite the heated discussions, she rarely backed down from confrontation, choosing instead to channel the chaos into fuel for victory. Of course, a competitive drive like hers doesn't develop without strong rivalries, and that aspect of her career further intensified public intrigue. Her enduring friendship with Sue Bird became the stuff of legend as each pushed the other to new heights while forming a powerhouse duo for Team USA. At the same time, she faced off against formidable opponents who matched her fiery persona, creating memorable showdowns that had fans glued to their seats. From college rivalries to epic WNBA battles, her relentless quest for excellence shaped every confrontation. Still, all of this leads to the question everyone asks. What does the future hold for someone who has done it all? And how did she choose to end such an illustrious run? In an era where farewell tours and social media glitz often overshadow the real meaning of retirement, she chose a quiet exit. No overblown ceremony or extravagant last game took place. Instead, Her announcement landed on a calm Tuesday in February through an interview, capturing the essence of who she has always been, a baller who cared more about the game than the attention. Friends, coaches, and fans alike weren't entirely surprised by this low-key approach, yet they still felt jolted by the finality. From the moment she walked away, it became clear her absence would leave a giant void. Looking ahead, speculation runs rampant about whether she'll transition into coaching, commentary, or mentoring the next wave of talent. Given her enduring influence, it's easy to imagine her sparking motivation in players who grew up idolizing her breakneck style. Younger stars frequently mention her name when explaining why they chose to pursue basketball in the first place. She inspired legions of fans, and her records set new goals for future generations to chase. It's impossible to predict how she'll make her mark outside of active competition, but it's evident she's not finished imprinting her legacy on the sport. When all is said and done, Diana Taurasi redefined women's basketball by elevating expectations and broadening the audience's view of what's possible on the court. Through countless championships, gold medals, and unforgettable performances, she showed that real greatness doesn't just shine, it blazes a trail for everyone following behind. Her path was never just about winning. It was about daring to be unstoppable. Now that she has walked away, fans and experts alike still wrestle with how to define her legacy, but they all agree on one thing: the game will never be the same without her.